Welcome back, everyone. All right, so let me just talk a little bit about what just happened here. So we did create a small little vector graphic here. Now, you're probably wondering, what is the biggest use for this vector graphics? Well, it's actually quite simple. All these vector graphics can be designed in such a way that, again, you can go and scale things up and down as much as you want. So, for example, instead of making art within, let's say, Photoshop or even Illustrator, they can now be made within the web. Now, as a current trend in web design, minimalist web design, meaning that less is more, is actually quite in fashion right now. And one of the reasons is that if you can make simple web designs, just like this one here, you can go ahead and you can make designs a lot better. All right, so where do we go from here? Well, the first thing is that I've shown you a lot of cool stuff. What I want you to go and do is I want you to go around and play with pretty much everything that I have shown you up to this point. Now, a good developer can actually go ahead and play around with all the stuff, and the more you play around, the better you get. I have to say that I have tons of prototypes on my computer that have never seen the light of day, but they do make for better designs and better products. So what I want you to do is take any single concept that we have here, and especially with these vector graphics, because it's going to become a big thing within the next few years. But what you should do is play around with it as much as you can, save your prototypes, and make 10, 20, 30 different prototypes of just what I've taught you here. And that may sound a little bit silly, but the more you do, the better you get. One thing about learning is that quantity does actually make better for learning. So the more you do, the better you get. And I know that sounds like it's very simple, but you should be focused more on quantity, especially in the prototyping phase, versus quality. And what I mean by that is that if you make, let's say, 50 prototypes, it's better than making one really good prototype. And the faster you do the prototypes, the better you get at whatever you plan to do. All right, so we've learned a lot about HTML5, and now I want you to go ahead and, if you've taken my other courses, the CSS, the JavaScript, you can go ahead and you can put all of them together. You can put all of them together, and you can actually make something that looks pretty cool. So that pretty much wraps up the course. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you want to go ahead and prototype, I highly recommend that you do that. Because as a developer, that is probably the one thing that I recommend you do the most. All right? So I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.